Here with Stu Block from Iced Earth at Dokk'em Open Air. Iced Earth recently released a live CD DVD, live in Ancient Kourion. How did you experience the concert?
Oh wow, it was an amazing experience. And the Cypriots, they're just a very, very wonderful people. So there was a lot of energy, at the show, and it was done in very hot weather. It was like 90s, so it was very, very scorching hot. But we did like a 3-hour show. It was a really awesome place. Done in Ancient Kourion. That site has been there for about 6,000 years. So it's seen Byzantine empires and battles and all that kind of stuff. So it had a real energy to it, So we were there, and I think between the band and the people, I think it went off really well. We had a really good time. It was very magical. And we love Cyprus. Cyprus is beautiful. So.
On June 5th, the band announced that longtime drummer Brent Smiley left Iced Earth and that Raphael Saini would be his replacement. How did Raphael join Iced Earth, and how he came to your attention?
Once Brent stepped down, we had a few guys that we were looking at, or that John was looking at. I wasn't a major player in the choosing process because that's John's decision. So, but I was around when he was picking people, and it was there was a few people were picking from, but Raph really came through, and he has great feet, great working ethic, really wonderful down to earth person. He fits in with us very well. He likes to party too, and he likes to have a good time, and so I think there'll be a good synergy between everybody. We just played our first show with him, and with the situation, we got rushed in the situation because we had a van that we had to get to the show. So the bus that we were supposed to take broke down, and we had to wait for another bus, and we got there literally 20 minutes before we were supposed to go on. So the crew had to set everything up in a very short period of time. And Raph, this was his first show, and so he was put in the fire. He was put into the metal flames, and he did a really good job. He came out unscathed, so it was good.
So I wanted to ask, how does it work out with him live?
Great. We just played our first show with him, and he did a great job. We've been jamming, of course, for the last while in Germany, so we knew what to expect, and so he knows the songs, and we had a lot of great feedback afterwards. There were fans that came up and go, "Wow, it's like he's been playing with you for a long time." So that's a good feedback for us. So we had a good positive thing.
Yeah, you're working on an upcoming album. Can you tell us a bit more about it?
Sure. The album's called Plagues of Babylon, and we are using a lot of the zombie apocalyptic sort of storylines behind it, but we are also we're touching on within the story, it touches on real life things. Like sometimes we feel like we're involved in we are being plagued by TV and being zombified. You know what I mean? Yeah. So by the media and by all these kind of things that make us into subservient zombies for corporations and stuff like that. So we all love horror movies, but we all love life, and we all love the countries that we live in, and we don't like some of the things that are happening to our countries. So we thought it would be a good meld together to put this storyline together with the things that we have to say.
Yeah, so it will be a concept album again?
No, not necessarily, because there's only going to be touching, like Dystopia, people say that was a concept album, but we touch on different subject matters also. Like there's some ballads that have nothing to do with zombies and stuff like that. There's a couple of other songs that have nothing to do with apocalyptic aspects. But so there are some themed songs, but not as a concept in a whole.
Yeah, you're currently on doing a lot of festival shows, and yes. I've understood you were already also recording right now.
Yes.
Where do you record it?
We haven't started the recording process as of today, but we are rehearsing the new songs as we rehearse with our new drummer, and we're getting all down. John and I are writing lyrics together, and I'm finishing up lyrics on songs, and so we should be recording within the next few weeks here, and it should be done, by mid-August, the recording process, and then of course not fully done because we have to still mix and master it, so that will be done later. But we're really coming along. It's going well. Yeah.
Where is it going to be recorded?
It's going to be at a recording studio in Germany. I don't know the exact name of the place, but it is going to be in Germany. Yeah.
Which producer?
Well, actually, John is producing this album. He's going to be taking the reins on a lot of this stuff, and I'm really, really proud and happy that he's doing that because he's a natural producer anyway. I've been through the process with Jim, and Jim is amazing. Jim Morris and Morris Sound Studios, we love them. They've been with John for many years, but we just thought that at this point we're here. The major thing is that flying back and forth from Europe to the United States can be very, very tiring. And especially with all of the European festivals, we wanted to situate ourselves in Europe this time, do the festivals and record in Europe. And John, I think, has always wanted to fully produce an album himself. And I think it's going to go absolutely amazing because he's got such a great vision, and he knows everything from the vocals to every nuance, every aspect of what should be in an Iced Earth album. So who better to produce that than the man himself, So I think I'm very excited to work with. I mean, John really produced me the last time. Jim helped, of course, but I'm excited to just work one-on-one with him, and it'll be great. I think it's going to be awesome.
How is John during the recording sessions? Is he really demanding, or is he relaxed?
He's focused. He knows what he wants. I think we all know what we want, and we all want to give the best record to the fans as possible. So there's a lot of discipline involved. We don't party during this process. We haven't drank anything. We are very, very, very focused because there's a time to be laid back and then there's a time to work. And a lot of sometimes fans don't understand that. They see the show and they see a lot of fun and stuff like that, and they think it's all fun and games, but it's a job. And I think that's, right now where we are in the process is we are working our asses off right now, going to put out a really kick-ass album for you guys, and it demands a focus. That kind of level of commitment demands a clear head, and I think we're all in that same headspace.
I've heard that you got a nickname in Iced Earth, Stucifer.
Yeah, or asshole. Depends on who you talk to, but yeah.
Do you know where that name comes from?
I'll tell you the story. How Stucifer came, when I was recording Dante's Inferno. Here's something that you're going to get the exclusive on this, okay? When I was recording Dante's Inferno, that section where it has the backwards talking? If you play one of those backwards, it actually says Stucifer. Okay, so when I was doing the vocals, I was doing some really devil kind of stuff, and I think it was John that mentioned it. He said, "Man, Lucifer, you sound like Stucifer," and it came out, and so it was like, and it just stuck. It stuck ever since. And then we thought, when we came to that part, let's do Stucifer, see how it sounds back. Now backwards, it sounds like half a suit. so if you hear half a suit, that means Stucifer in the new Dante's Inferno recording. Okay. And you heard it here first, folks.
Thanks for sharing that with us.
Thanks a lot for the interview. One last question I always ask is there anything you would like to share with our listeners?
Sure. I'm sure the majority of your listeners are in Holland, so I love playing Holland, love the Holland crowds. I can't wait for you guys to enjoy the new album, Plagues of Babylon. It's going to be a kick-ass album. Don't get scared, but I'm sure you guys don't scare very easily because you're Iced Earth fans. So, I can't wait to keep playing Holland. I love Holland so much, and it's a very beautiful place, except when it's raining like it is today, but we do see a bit of beauty in the rain also. So, but yeah, and heavy metal for life, brothers and sisters.